Hey guys, Mark here again, finally. It's been a busy couple of months, so I apologise for the hiatus. I've had a couple of gigs and I was also away playing on a cruise ship, which was unbelievable. We were in the Bahamas and the beach that we were on in the Bahamas was just, it was insane. It's the best beach I've ever been on and the heat was mad. But I'm back now. Not back with a lesson video today, but I always get asked about the guitar that I use in the videos, so I thought I'd just do a little kind of short video on my guitar, which is a Fender Telecaster. It's a 2010 Roadworn model, but it's had a few upgrades since, so I'm just going to talk you through that and hopefully you guys find it interesting. Here we go. Also, if you guys hear a bit of extraneous noise, the missus is currently cooking a steak dinner downstairs, so there's no way that I'm asking her to keep it down at the minute. I'm looking forward to my dinner. So this is it here. Maple neck. Alder body, I want to say. Some of you might actually correct me on that there, but I think it's alder or possibly ash. It's one or the other. I can't really remember. But I love this guitar so much. I've had it for about 8 years. I think I got it in 2014. My dad actually bought it to me and I paid him back over the course of a while. I got it in Letterkenny, I think, which is in County Donegal in Ireland. The upgrades that I was talking about then, so this would have came standard with just normal nickel frets, which literally wore down within a year for me because I was playing non-stop whether I was doing gigs or just practicing. So I got the guy that I go to put Jeskar Evo Gold frets on it. I'll do a wee zoom in on that so you can kind of see what they are. They actually need a little bit of work at the minute because I didn't get it looked at throughout the past 2 years when we were all kind of locked in our houses. But I will get it left in very soon and it'll be back to playing really well shortly. Let me see, what else have I got done? Oh yes, the pickups. The pickups are what I get asked about the most. These are Deacci pickups. They're made locally here in Northern Ireland. I think they're based near a place called Newry. The pickups that were in it were quite weak. I didn't really like them at all. And I heard of this guy Declan who does Deacci pickups, and got speaking to him, called down to his house, and he actually kind of custom made these for me. Not so much maybe the model, but what I wanted is the D and G string to kind of have raised pole pieces, and he actually got those made for me. I think that his pickups come as standard with all flat pole pieces all the same height, and he done that, so fair play to him. The neck pickup then is probably the most interesting thing. It's doesn't have a cover on the top of it because I'm sure we all know Telecasters sometimes can be inherently dark on the neck, which some people really like, but I didn't really like that. I wanted a bit more kind of high end because to help balance it out a bit, the bridge pickup was just really bright. So once you got that sitting really nicely with the brightness under control, you'd go to the neck, all of a sudden the neck sounds like this here. And I didn't really want that. So Declan advised going for a coverless pickup, and it's lovely. I think it's really, really good, and it's a really lovely balanced set as well. So Deacci pickups, they have a website and stuff, and they're on Facebook, so definitely check them out, give them a shout, and he'll get you hooked up. I got the nut changed at one point as well, and I actually think I need a new nut at the minute because I have a shim of paper underneath it because the slots are a bit worn down. So I put a shim underneath it just to kind of raise it up for now, and it's doing okay. On some of my videos it's a bit buzzy and rattly, but whatever, it's grand. It gets me by. It's a bit more worn than it comes as standard. So this here happened on a really hot day at my parents' house. I was practicing and the sun was coming in the window and it started to get really sticky here, so that's where my hand would sit, about there when I was picking, And it started to get really sticky, so I took a cloth and just started to rub, and it all started to come away. The paint just came off, but it had started off as a really kind of small hole, and because that's it was a hole, then anytime I had my hand there, it started to wear, and so it got bigger and bigger and bigger. This here was also quite small as well, so that would have only been like a small strip around the edge. And you can kind of see where my hand actually touched. It's wearing down to the white kind of undercoat underneath. So that will eventually be a kind of strip of plain wood there, which I think is quite cool. I don't mind the look of worn guitars. I know some people are very, very against it. No, we can't have that at all. We can't have that. But I love it. It gives it character. I think it's great. A few bumps and bruises on it over the kind of course of the years. You can see in the band we always wear black shirts. So at the back of it here, hopefully you can't see the ring light for reflecting off it too much as well. It's really hard to kind of not catch that. It's a bit annoying. But you can see the black shirt has actually stained the back of my guitar as well. But it's mine. People can tell it's mine. It's kind of a unique looking guitar at this point, and I really love it. I think it sounds great. If you guys have any other questions that I haven't already covered, obviously throw them into the comments and I'll get back to you. But I think that's about everything. Oh yes, one more thing. The saddles. So this model comes standard as with 3, I think it's rolled steel saddles. And they were fine. It was grand, but the intonation was kind of very hard to set. So I got the same guy that done the frets. He advised me to get these Wilkinson compensated tuner or saddles, and they're really good. So they're brass, and hopefully if you can see there, they're kind of slotted so that the E string can be slightly farther back than the A string, and the D and G and so on and so forth. But the intonation's pretty close. Now it mightn't just be as close as it would be with 6 individual saddles, but I think that I like the sound of 3 individual saddles. There's a lot of lore around the internet as well as you have to have 3 individual saddles. You can't go 6 individual saddles. But my favourite player is Brent Mason, and Brent Mason has 6 individual saddles on his Telecaster, on his main grey car primer Telecaster. So you tell me, he's probably like, he's the guy everybody bases their Telecaster sound on. He set the standard for Telecaster playing. So yeah, whatever. Anyways, gonna do a short little playthrough of a few tones. I think the next video I'll do, I'll show you a bit about my recording setup and how I use the Helix and how I set up some of my tones as well. Or any other ideas as well that you guys have. I know some of you have already kind of requested certain lesson videos on solos and stuff, so keep those coming as well. I've been making a little list of things that you guys have asked for, so hopefully within the next few months, once my routine kind of settles down a bit and I get a bit more free time, I'll get stuck into those. Alright guys, thanks again. Catch you in the next one.